Alright, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to start this lesson off by giving all the praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakudash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Honors to all the brothers who are still fervently preaching the word in sincerity and in faith. And Shalom to all the sincere believers, which includes the Israelites who are scattered amongst these other nations and look like these other nations. Now, this is going to be a quick lesson just based on this magnitude 5.5 earthquake that hit central Turkey. So through the Spirit, I'm going to read this small paragraph. I'm going to get some precepts, and Lord's will, you're edified. It says, an earthquake measuring 5.5 magnitude struck central Turkey on Friday, the European Mediterranean Seismological Center said. The quake hit at a depth of 35 kilometers or 21.75 miles, according to EMSC. So, yet another earthquake from the Lord, which is to be expected, because this is one of the forms or one of the signs of the Lord visiting. Isaiah 29:6, thou shalt be visited of the Lord Yahweh of hosts with thunder, and with earthquake, and great noise, with storm and tempest, and the flame of devouring fire. And the Lord has been visiting the world, different countries, different islands, with earthquakes, storms, tempests, or fires. These different things have been happening. And like it says, thou shalt be visited of the Lord Yahweh of hosts with these things. So when there's a tornado or a hurricane or an earthquake or a fire, that's not Mother Nature, as these wicked, simple-minded, women-worshiping people will classify it. No, this is the Lord visiting the world which he made. Matthew 24:7. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines, and pestilences, and earthquakes in diverse places. And when you look up the definition of diverse, it means many or multiple. And there are earthquakes happening in many and in multiple places all over the world. And that's the Lord visiting these places with earthquakes, regardless of what the magnitude of that earthquake is. 2 Ezra 9:1. He answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs past which I have told thee before. Salakia. Hang on. It says, verse 2, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. Verse 3, therefore when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, and there's plenty of both. There's plenty of earthquakes happening throughout the world, and there's plenty of uproars of the people in the form of protests, because people are fed up with all the wickedness and the nonsense that's taking place. The governments are ruled. These governments are ran by wicked people who don't actually care about the citizens. They care about lining their pockets. So the citizens are getting screwed over, and people are getting real tired of that. So the Lord is putting a, you know, rebellious, seditious spirit on people. And a lot more people are getting out in these streets and they're protesting. And sometimes those protests do turn into riots. Verse 4, then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. Verse 5, for like as all that is made in the world hath a beginning and an end, and the end is manifest. Verse 6, even so the times also of the highest have plain beginnings and wonder, powerful works, and endings and effects and signs. And these earthquakes are some of the signs. I knew he was going to do that. I knew he was going to do that. Salakia. It's just I know somebody's going to call me whenever I'm in the middle of doing a lesson. It never fails, man. Hang on. Yeah, Salakia. Anyway, 2nd Ezra 9 and 6 again. Even so, the times also of the highest have plain beginnings and wonder, and powerful works, and endings and effects and signs. Yeah, so these earthquakes are signs of the Lord visiting this world which he made. Same with the fires, same with the storms and tempests, same with these wars that are happening, like the Russia-Ukraine war, or the Israel-US versus Iran war that's currently taking place. These are signs of the Lord. And the Lord has blessed those of us of the hopeful elect with the ability to understand that. Like it says in Isaiah 33 and 6, for wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times, and strength of salvation. The fear of the Lord Yahweh is his treasure. And those of us of the hopeful elect, we have that wisdom and knowledge. And we also have the understanding that comes along with that wisdom and knowledge. So we understand why these different events are taking place. Why there's a growing amount of judgments taking place. Because that's exactly what they are. The earthquakes, the fires, the storms and tempests, the shootings, the stabbings, the wars. These are all judgments from the Heavenly Father. Like it says in Psalms 9 and 16, the Lord Yahweh is known by the judgment which he executeth. The wicked is snared in the work of his own hands, Hegion Selah. So there is no getting around the fact that all of these different things are the Lord's judgment. And all of these wicked people who constantly want to give the credit that rightfully belongs to the Lord to someone else, those people are going to get punished because the Lord is angry with those people. And it's not that those people don't know any better, because they do know better. They just want to be wicked, and they want to be stubborn, and they want to be rebellious. But little do they know that that attitude is going to get them killed, because that's just putting them in the crosshairs of the Lord. So there's about to be a whole lot more deaths taking place upon this earth. And those of us of the hopeful elect have to keep in mind that these people who are dying, they're dying in the way that they're dying because the Lord is angry with them. Like it says in Psalms 7 and 11, Yahweh judgeth the righteous, and Yahweh is angry with the wicked every day. The Lord is not bringing these judgments upon these people for no reason. He's bringing these judgments upon these people because they're wicked, and he's angry with them. And one way or another, these people are going to learn to acknowledge the Lord and fear him and reverence him and obey him. And for a lot of these people, that's going to have to happen the hard way. So we can expect a lot more earthquakes to be taking place, and we can expect some truly devastating earthquakes to happen. We can expect all of these judgments in general to intensify, cause more destruction, wound more people, and kill more people. And that is the Lord visiting this world and visiting the iniquities of these people. So with that, I'm going to wrap it up here. In closing, I want to give all the praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim Rakakudash, the Wadi Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shai, putting the spirit on me to do this lesson. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Honors to all the brothers who are fervently preaching the word in sincerity and in faith. And shalom to all the sincere believers. Hope you all stay strong. Stay safe, stay fervent, stay circumspect, stay prayed up. And Adawan Ratazah. Till next time, shalom.